everyone, and welcome to MeowMix, the Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven.
My name is Jerry.
And on today's episode, we are going to talk about the Masters. Jerry, Tiger Woods is probably going to play. Are you excited?
I know that they play on grass. If we're gonna do golf, I know that they play on grass. That is about
that's the one thing they have in common. Well, they have two things in common with football. They play on grass, although the Panthers don't play on grass anymore. And there's a ball involved.
That's pretty close to the extent of my knowledge of golf too.
And there's cat themes, I guess. Tiger, the Panthers,
no,
the Bengals, and no, that one doesn't work.
That's his name.
Well, then we're gonna. I guess we'll talk about the NCAA championship game last night. Kansas beat North Carolina. That was a pretty good game. What? No, we don't want to talk about that. What podcast? Oh, this is the Panthers podcast. Okay, we're gonna talk about the Panthers. Jerry.
Charles Cross specifically.
Charles Cross,
redshirt sophomore out of Mississippi State.
There you go. We're going to continue our player profile series here. Actually, this is our last individual one.
Yeah, we decided this is the last one. This is the last of the first round, like first top 6 pick that we'll probably do. And then we're going to kind of look at the groups overall and kind of do a mock draft pretty soon. Next episode is going to be our first mock draft. And then we're going to have
a couple of mock drafts, probably one maybe right before the draft. And then we'll have this one after our profiles, and it's going to be some fun. So, but Charles Cross is definitely worth talking about. I think he's a realistic option for the Panthers. So let's get into it.
Charles Cross had a prolific rise in his last season at Mississippi State, where he won the Kent Hall Trophy for Best Offensive Lineman in Mississippi. He's now considered one of the top tackles in the draft, but his sudden rise to fame in his last season is not unfamiliar with him. Going into his senior season, Cross was a 3-star recruit, but his stellar play jumped him up to a 5-star recruit and earned him all-region and all-state honors in his last year.
Yeah, he's a guy that, I think in his freshman year at Mississippi State, he only played 3 games, and then he sort of had a meteoric rise after that. It was the same sort of thing in high school. He was considered good. Yeah, 3-star recruit's not bad.
Oh, no. I mean, I think he went to Florida State. Like, he had committed to Florida State, and then he went back to Mississippi State when he got 5-star. Yeah. But he redshirted his freshman year. Sophomore year, he started. He started some right tackle, started mostly left tackle. Mm-hmm. But last year, top 3.
Balled out. Yeah.
People are looking at him as a top 10 pick now, so. And rightfully so.
Yeah, and we'll talk about why here in a sec. He is 6'5", 310. He's a big dude. Arms aren't as long as you'd like. Channeling my inner Matt Rule here.
I was going to say Matt Rule automatically scratches him off the list.
But you know what? His play speaks for itself. He's quite good. Looking at some of his stats here, only gave up 2 sacks last year. Gave up 0 QB hits. I guess they don't count sacks as QB hits, although the QB definitely gets hit with a sack.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't double up those stats. So no only hits, but he did give up 2 sacks, 14 hurries out of almost 1,000 offensive snaps. So pretty good percentage there at left tackle. One of the interesting things looking at his stats is out of 919 offensive snaps, 719 of them were pass blocking snaps. Only 200 were run blocking snaps.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at his 2020 season of 720 offensive snaps, only 146 of them were run blocking snaps. So like 80% almost of his snaps in college were pass blocking snaps. The fact that he only gave up 8 total sacks and 1,500, 1,600 total snaps at left tackle for pass blocking is pretty impressive. That's really pretty awesome.
I mean, he's in a Mike Leach offense where everyone knows they're going to pass the ball every time. So it is very impressive. Now, only giving up 2 sacks. That's very impressive. He's very
Mhm.
fast. Well, let's just jump into his pros and cons, or is there anything else you
Well,
really
just
want?
real quick, just for those of you that care about PFF scores, in 2020 he was a 64.4, which is above average.
Hmm.
But in 2021 he jumped all the way up to an 86.7, which is considered, if not elite, like right there at
Oh,
the
that's elite.
elite doorstep. So yeah, he's a huge improvement from 2020 to 2021. Again, 2020, the pandemic season, like you can almost throw that out the window. This last season, I think, is what he is, and what he is impressive.
Yeah. Uh, Cons. I want to continue on with the cons
Sure.
first.
Hmm.
He has a unique stance and can't work on his footwork. Uh, just some things I read about
Footwork,
him.
a very common thing for all
Yeah.
these guys, as we've said.
And when you get to the pros, you're gonna have pro coaches
Hmm.
working with them, especially being a top 10 pick. They're gonna focus in on him and get that right.
Hmm.
Needs to work on his pro style running blocking. When they did run, it was mostly zone scheme, which
Hmm.
not the biggest of deals because in my belief, yes, run blocking is important, but you're left tackle. And run blocking is something I think as long as you can, he does need to bulk up a little bit too. But as long as he bulks up a little bit, I think he can handle the,
Yeah. It's
run
crazy to say
blocking
that. The guy's 310 pounds, but he needs to bulk up a little bit. But you're right in
with
terms of
strength.
NFL left tackle. Yeah, he needs to get a little stronger. That was one of the things that I saw is he's got good strength, but not elite, not great
Hmm.
strength. So that is something that he'll need to improve on. And again, getting in an NFL weight room, getting on the right diet, all that stuff is gonna they'll fix that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I want to talk a little more about the pass blocking versus run blocking here in a minute, but let's get to his pros first because he's very impressive. He's extremely athletic for his size. He's got a very fast first step, light on his feet. He's a ballerina out there at 310 pounds. He's very mobile. Um, he improved every single year. I mean, from high school through college, he's seen improvement every single year. Again, he's a big guy. He's got good height. He's got he's got average arm length. I think it's not. He's not
Brady Christensen.
he's not. Yeah, he's no T Rex out there. He's gonna be just fine. And again, he's a dominant pass blocker. Like as we went through the stats, and again, just go watch the tape. Like the guy handles his business at left
Hmm.
tackle against really good competition. So, um, but just kind of, I'm wondering if he fits the Panthers scheme. Now, I don't know what Ben McAdoo is going to do. If this is going to turn into, and I guess it really depends on who's at quarterback, but is this going to turn into a big passing offense here? Or Matt Rule has continued to say, we want to run, we want to run, we want to be a power running team, we want to run the ball. I don't know if, as currently constituted as what he is what we've seen in college, if he would fit that for the Panthers.
I think he would. I think the whole. I know I mentioned it. Run blocking is
Mm-hmm.
a slightly overblown. I believe he can get the size and he can run block well.
Yeah.
I think he just wasn't
It's
given
just we
that
haven't
much.
seen it, I
He,
guess, right?
he hasn't had the huge opportunity
Right.
in college. You haven't seen that. That being said, I am so sick of our quarterbacks getting hit by the left side every single
Mm-hmm.
snap where they're constantly running. I am
Yeah.
willing to give up a little bit of run blocking if that's what it is. I
Yeah.
mean, I am willing to do that because I would prefer taking a step back in the run blocking on the left side as long as I know that 98%, 90% of the time they're blocking that left end
Mm-hmm.
on that side. So that's my thought.
A lot of what I've seen and read, um, a lot of people consider him the best pass blocking tackle in the draft.
Yeah, I
Better
can
than
believe it.
Neal, better than Icky. Maybe not the best all around tackle, but the best, most elite pass blocking tackle. And I agree with you. I mean, what a refreshing change that would be for the Panthers to have a guy that you don't have to worry about. The quarterback doesn't have to worry about that left side.
Mm-hmm.
Your internal clock can be normal for an NFL quarterback. You don't have to speed it up because you've got T-Rex arms over there, or Cam Irving, who knows what he's doing over there, or Pat Elflein, who knows what he's doing. All these guys that we've cycled in and out, Scott and Dennis Daly, you have somebody there that you can count on. It's huge. It's huge, and it's gonna make whoever we bring in. I don't think it's gonna be Darnold, but whoever starts the season at quarterback, they're gonna have that confidence. It's gonna improve everything.
I 100% agree with you. I really like that, and I almost lean on the side of, hey, you can get better at run blocking. Especially, he's 21 years old.
Yeah.
And
right.
Again, he took a massive leap from his junior to senior year in high school, and he took a giant leap from his redshirt freshman year to his redshirt sophomore year. I mean, with good coaching, continued coaching, how good can he get? He's got the size. Like you said, his arm length is not the greatest, but fine. He's already considered the best pass blocking left tackle.
I also wonder, given his history of massive improvements from, effectively year 1 to year 2, right? If we should expect him to walk in and be elite from day 1.
I don't think anybody really is going to walk in and be elite from week 1.
I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen guys that have come in and solidified that position immediately.
You're correct. But I think that's just a disservice to anybody you draft at left tackle, because there is sometimes that they need more seasoning. And I think any of these guys could walk in and play better than what we've had since 2015 with Michael Orr playing left tackle.
I understand that. I get that. But we're talking about the number 6 pick here.
I said step in. I'm not saying that they won't get better. That's what I think. It's going to take some of these guys. I think they'll all get better. Right, they're not all going to come in as a finished product. Is he going to be able to come in and if we draft, a rookie quarterback, or we go out and sign or trade for a quarterback, and they come in year 1, is this guy going to be able to come in and be the guy that you don't have to worry about at left tackle? I think
from day 1.
Yes, I think any of the top 3 of these guys will be able to do that.
Okay.
They may not be Rashawn Slater, where they go to the Pro Bowl their first year. Yeah. But I think they could be.
Rashawn Slater has short arms.
Again.
Why are we even talking about him?
Yeah.
He has short arms. He doesn't exist. He's a guard.
But
one thing that I do like about Cross is he is a left tackle. He has played left tackle. Like, he played a few 2 games, I think, or maybe 3 at right tackle in his whole career at Mississippi State, but he is a left tackle. You are not drafting him to play him at guard.
No.
You are not saying, this guy's a 2nd-round guard. No, he is a 1st-round tackle. He is a tackle. You're drafting him to play tackle. Matt, you are drafting him to play tackle. Right? I mean, there's not even a question.
That's the problem with the way Matt Rule sometimes sees players. He could play many different roles. I don't care. I want one position. He could be dominant at it. Let him be dominant.
Yeah. I mean, and he's got that elite trait. He's got the elite pass blocking trait. That's what I look for in like a top 10 pick. Somebody that is elite at something. Whether you're an elite passer, you're an elite runner, you're an elite, route runner, you're an elite blocker. That's what this guy is. So yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
I like him too.
I went into this thinking that he was going to be a distant 3rd for me. I think he's still 3rd, but he's not distant. I mean, I would be happy with him. He's right in there in that tier.
See,
for me,
I like him better than Icky.
Okay, well, hold off.
Let's
get to our big board.
Okay.
Let's get to our big board. All right, so let's run through our questions real quick. I mean, we've kind of gone through them, but does this player fit the current roster? Of course.
Yes.
We wouldn't be talking about him if he didn't. Will this player fall to 6? I think yes. I think he will be available at 6.
I do too.
I think that the general consensus is he is 3rd of the tackles. Would you be excited to draft this player at 6?
Yes, I would be.
I would be too. I think we could maybe trade down a little bit and still get him potentially.
See, I've
But
seen it.
I think it would
I've seen
be.
him jumping some of the other tackles, Neal and Icky.
I've seen
So,
him go around 10. Again, we're just talking about mocks. Who knows?
so
But
yeah.
I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him anywhere from like 4 to 10. I've seen, that's kind of his range. So I think we maybe could get him. It would be a risk, but we wouldn't be able to trade back much. All right, take us through our big board right now.
All right. I am sorry for all you YouTube video watchers. I forgot to update the image of our big board. But starting off, Evan Neal, offensive tackle, Alabama. Number 2, Ike Edwanu, offensive tackle, NC State. Number 3, Malik Willis, quarterback, Liberty. Number 4, Kenny Pickett, quarterback, Pitt. 5, Kyle Hamilton, safety, Notre Dame. 6, Matt Corral, quarterback, Ole Miss. And number 7, Tyler Linderbaum, center, Iowa.
So you're prepared to put Cross at number 2.
I am. Like. I it's any one of those guys I'm ecstatic about bringing in. I think any of them can be great left tackles, Pro Bowl left tackles in this league. But I like Cross a little bit more just because I think he already has that elite pass ability. So I give him a slight nudge. And I always think, again, I think that the run blocking can come. And I'm even willing to take a little bit of a hit if need be.
Yeah.
And Nicky's very good at pass blocking, very good athletic, very,
Mm-hmm.
So it's not.
I think he's maybe more well-rounded, but maybe not the, already elite pass blocker like Cross is. I'm okay putting him at 2. Personally, for me, he would be at 3. But it's so close for me that I'm willing to defer to you on that one and put him at 2.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because
like I said, it's really close for me. Any of the top 3, I'd be thrilled to get. Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. And someone's probably going to come down in the comments, email us, and just say, you guys are insane and stuff like that about.
Well, hey, that's what this is all about, though, because again, we're not the only ones saying this. Like, there are people that have Neal third, professionals that make money off this. We don't make any money off of this. This is just our opinions. We're just out here to have fun. But there are people that make money, that make a living off of doing this, that have Neal third, that have Icky third, that have Cross first, that have Cross third. Like, it's very subjective, and again, I think they're all so good at what they do that you could make the case for any of them.
Yeah, I do too. So that's how we have it. Evan Neal is number 1. Charles Cross is number 2. Icky number 3. Malik Willis 4. Kenny Pickett 5. Kyle Hamilton 6. 7. Matt Corral 8. Tyler Linderbaum, and someone else will be picked in our number 6 overall pick that we didn't cover.
Yeah. I mean, these are last year. I think we did 12 or 13 players, and Horn was not one of them.
J.C. Horn jumped up the.
J.C. Horn, yeah, he wasn't even like in our top 2 corners that we talked about. So
Caleb Farley,
top 3 corners, Farley and Surtain. Of course, Surtain turned out to be pretty damn good. Surtain is a beast. So, but yeah. We'll be back to do a mock soon, and maybe one of these guys will be the pick. Maybe not. We'll see.
All right. We want to thank everyone for listening. I can't speak. Thank you for listening. If you like the show, please let your friends know. Please follow us on Twitter at MeowMix Podcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at mailbag@meowmixpodcast.com. And if you leave us a 5-star review with a comment on Apple Podcasts, we'll read it on our show. And like Steven said, we will be doing our first iteration of the mock draft coming up soon.
Until then, everybody stay safe out there and keep pounding.